I mean, they
But
say
hell,
only if
sometimes you're not gonna understand what you're doing.
well,
Like
that's
when you're
true.
doing it, like
That's true too.
seriously, like you
That's
just
true too.
know, like you have this vision, or if you're spiritual, like me, like you know, like God will lead you to do things, and you'll be like seriously. At the end of last year, God spoke with me, and and I have my one friend. She cracks up at me because I believe God meets you where you are, and He
Hmm.
speaks to you how you need to be spoken to. And so sometimes for me, that might be a little bit, some people may think it's hood, but I hear him clearly. But he told me, he was like, you got to drop some of these clients. Like, and I was like, no, because, like my client book of business, grew. And he was like, you got to drop some of these clients. Mm-mm. And I'm like, I can't, I know you lying. Because I had just did record numbers in my business revenue. No, seriously, I had just hit like record revenue, like monthly revenue numbers in my business. And yeah, and I was like, I know you lying. I must not be hearing the right thing. And and then because I'm hard headed, God always has to let the spot be blown up for me to move. So he usually has to let somebody tick me off enough where I'm like, oh, I'm done with this, for me to be able to cut ties.
Yep.
And that started happening. I'm like, what's happening? Oh my God. And and so I finally was obedient and started closing out some of those contracts that I had outgrown, right? Which is basically, that's all that was happening. I had gotten greater clarity around who my client group should have been,
Right.
prices needed to be, and they just weren't a fit.
Hmm.
And so, and I dropped them. Like I had one that I was closing out that January. That's when I took off and I just flew. I went over to Colombia, and so I had about a month. And at the end of like that following month, I got a client, and I felt led to take it, and it actually ended up being again where like my client base needed to be from a billing like revenue standpoint, and every client that's come in since has been so again, so that was his way of elevating me, but I had to be obedient.